Hello, people of the internet. My name's Josh. I've never been here before. Welcome to the channel. Please do the usual thing, like, subscribe, all that good stuff for the algorithm, please. It would be really appreciated. And I think as you hear my story, you'll be interested in following up on insanity. Today, I got a crazy story for you. I had a appointment with a specialty doctor, an endocrinologist, who told me that I needed to discontinue fasting, which is the one thing I attribute to the greatest amount of my improved health over the last 8 months, and told me I had to do it basically just because he said so. Refused to explain why or uh, let me even explain what I've been doing to him. He had no, he just heard fasting, looked at my continuous glucose monitor readings, and told me I had to stop. For those of you that have seen any of my content, you know that I am really big into fasting because I believe that it triggers your body to cure itself, and the possibilities might be endless for how many things you can cure by fasting. I have been meticulously tracking all of my glucose readings, all of my blood tests. I've been seeing my primary care physician and been doing this fasting protocol under medical supervision, and wasn't even given the opportunity to tell this doctor that those things were going on. I was just demanded to stop what I was doing. Uh, this doctor and this organization are now going to be getting my wrath because it's completely inappropriate behavior by a medical professional. And I think the world should see and hear the kind of crap that's done to normal people that have really, really bad problems. Most people can't stand up for themselves. I'm standing up for myself, and I want you to watch me go through the process. I'm going to file complaints against this doctor. I'm going to take this to whatever ends I need to take it to make a point out of this, because this is unacceptable. I am the only one with a PhD in me. I understand that that person might have a medical degree, but that does not make them a expert in anything. I'm sorry. Just because you have a PhD doesn't mean you know everything. Anyway, so I guess I should start this off with a little bit of my medical history. About 2 years ago, I got a cyst in my pancreas that got to be about 15 centimeters. It ended up having to be drained. Um, they put a stent in through my stomach and it drained out over the course of like 6 weeks. They removed the stent. Well, the uh, cyst had gotten so large it did a substantial amount of internal damage and caused varices in my esophagus and other places, and also caused a splenic vein occlusion. Well, a few months after the cyst had been drained, I had the esophageal varices burst and I bled out internally and very nearly died. I spent many, many, many days in the ICU. I had to have emergency blood transfusions. They did emergency surgeries to band me up and stop the bleeding. I had an incredibly rough 8 months after that. For the next 8 months, I was in and out of the hospital. I developed what's called type 3 diabetes, which is when you have beta cell injury basically to your pancreas. Your beta cells make up about 5% of your pancreas, which controls the insulin production for your body. The research that I have done tells me that I can actually trigger the growth of stem cells to reproduce beta cells in my pancreas. That is what I am trying to do with fasting. And to not even be given an opportunity to explain what I was doing to the doctor is what I'm the most upset about. Because there's real science behind what I'm doing. Autophagy and mitophagy are absolute game changers. I understand the science is new or more cutting edge, but for Christ's sake, if you as a medical professional don't know something, just say so. Say, I have to confer with my colleague. I have to defer you to someone else because I'm not versed in this particular area of expertise. There's so much in my field. I can't be an expert at all things. Be honest with people. Be honest with yourself and your limitations, just like everyone else has limitations. So anyway, so as you might be able to tell by the passion and conviction in my voice, I've actually done a considerable amount of research on everything pancreas, insulin, diabetes. I'm versed in the things that are affecting me. So to have a doctor just completely dismiss that I could possibly know anything is incredibly insulting to start with. And then for when I push the doctor of, why is it you think I need to stop this? The doctor's response was, you're running the risk of hospitalizing yourself. Okay, well, how? And he's, well, you have to have a certain amount of glucose in your blood. I was like, well, obviously, I understand that I'm diabetic. What do you mean exactly? And he said, well, you run the risk of putting ketones in your blood from what you're doing, and that's a problem for you. Like, you're going to have to explain because, like, ketosis is what many people strive for. Ketones is your brain's preferred fuel source. So please explain to me how my having ketones is a problem. And at this point, I don't know if he felt challenged or what, he said, if you do not discontinue fasting, I can no longer see you. And that's not a threat. It's just what it is. And I'm sorry, but you can't say that that's not a threat. It's just what it is, because that's literally a threat. So, my response to your threat, sir, is filing complaints through the state and through your medical group. And I am requiring you to preserve all of the records, including the audio recordings that I gave permission for you to take. All of this is in my, yeah. You messed with the wrong person. You pushed the wrong person too far. It is now time for the find out portion of the broadcast. So stick around with me, guys. We're going to start filling out some complaint forms. I won't make you watch it all. I'll just show you a couple of screenshots here. And hey, do me a favor again, please. Like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Let me know if you think there's something else I could be doing, or if I'm just a asshole. I mean, I know I'm an asshole, but I'm not the asshole in this instance. I'm always the asshole, but there's somebody a bigger asshole in this instance. Anyway, please like, comment, subscribe. If there's anybody else out there that's feels like they're being bullied or pushed around by their doctors, I implore you, don't just sit there and take it. Do what I'm doing. File complaints against them. Reach out, find a community of people that are going through something similar, and let's team up and start taking down part of this corrupt medical institution that we all have to deal with. Because if we band together, there's no reason that any of us should be getting subpar medical fucking treatment anymore. Now that we have computer age, we have AI, there are too many incompetent people with degrees making too much money, and it needs to end. So help me do something about it, please. All right, so here's what's next. We're going to send off these emails. I'm going to send some hard copies off in the old school mail. I will post follow-ups on this through posts here on YouTube and on X. I will make a video with any kind of a response I get from the medical group or from the state. And I'm going to be uploading all sorts of other content because I have to show the world that there's a different way to live. It's not for the faint of heart, but you can be incredibly strong and not fold under incredible pressure. So yeah, if you follow, subscribe, you'll see more videos coming that go through this whole process with me. Also, you're going to see all of the videos that I've been working on that detail the whole process of fasting that I've been going through for the last few months. That I have mountains and mountains of blood work, of x-rays, of CT scans. The proof is in the pudding. I'm going to show you guys something absolutely incredible. So, hey, thanks for watching. Subscribe. Watch the next video. See you next time.